What's happening, y'all? Welcome again to another episode of Four Corners Cinema. I'm Adrian.
I'm Ari. What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If this is your first time checking us out, man, we really appreciate you. We are a film and TV review podcast. If it's TV, if it's movies, any kind of form, it doesn't matter. If it's a wrestler in it, we're gonna review it. That's what we do here at Four
hmm
Corners Cinema. Yes, sir. All right, man. How you feeling, man? How's your weekend going?
Oh man, it's going good, man. NFL playoffs is going crazy right now. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
upsets, a lot of surprises things going on, man. It's a fun weekend in sports. I'm trying to run and go see that Book of Clarence movie. Probably,
Mm.
to be honest, I might try to go see that shit before the game or probably after. But yeah,
Okay.
definitely that's gonna be one of my films I want to go see to go vibe out. Seeing that what's it called? The Harder They Fall. And then,
Mm-hmm.
I just rewatched it, showed my mom's the movie for the first time, and she was amazed. And I was like, oh shit, forgot that he's doing this film.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh no, I gotta go support this joint. I gotta go support it. So, what I'm saying, that's gonna be my vibe for the week of footballs, movies. Shoot. That's really, that's the main vibes. Say it's real. I gotta tell people it's playoff season and a lot of different things. Wrestling, football. It's a lot
Yeah.
of different things going on right now. So cinema, or like content wise, I've been glued to the screen.
Locked
Like,
in.
oh yeah, and they had a crazy fight last night on in UFC. Like,
I
uh,
didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
yeah, my man, they was watching. It was a lot of good fights, man. They were doing their bets and such, but I'm just there watching it just to watch it and shit. But no, it was
Okay.
some really, really good fights, man. Shout out to Toronto. What I'm saying? They had a good show out there, UFC and them. But yeah, man,
Nice.
like I said, solid weekend, man. How was yours, man?
It's good, man. Friday. I know I sent you a message, but Friday was super fun. Me and the wife went on a double date with the homie
Yeah.
uh at the Plaza Theater. Shout out to them. It's the
hmm
Atlanta's oldest independently owned movie theater. They actually had a showing of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1990.
Oh, that's
Yeah, yeah.
hard, yo.
Yeah, it was lit, man. They had what all did they have? They had a costume contest beforehand. My man's he was Shredder and his two kids were the Foot Clan, so
Come on,
of course you had to win.
that's
They
amazing.
yeah, they were serving pizza, cheese or pepperoni, and they had at the bar they had like this green cocktail that they called Midori Ooze, so it looked like it was vibes, man. And they were
That's
playing hip hop.
dedication.
Yeah, man, it was dope. Great great time. It was a sold out show. It was packed out. Like, luckily we were in the lit corner because all of us in the back, obviously we all had the VHS because all of us were saying the lines before it came
hmm
out, and we were all. It was just wild back there, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Shout out to these
Yeah.
theaters that's bringing back those old nostalgic vibes when it comes to cinema, man. Like I said, I know you talk about that. I remember I brought up the one from the first episode, our type of theater like that, North Park Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep these type of theaters active, and when they do stuff like this, support it, man. Support it. It's fun. It's really fun. But yeah, man, like I said, shit like that, love to do it. I want to start getting some more like I said, intimate shows like that, or start going this place that got better theaters too. Buffalo got to step their theaters up just in the
Mm,
sense of just experience.
definitely.
But I definitely want to start going to some bigger theaters because they be having some dope premieres and such like that. And like I said, just intimate stuff like that too. I can't wait. I think they're about to do Cowboy Bebop. They did showing actually it's
Okay.
today. Yeah, they do it. They might actually I might do that. Go see that. They're doing Cowboy Bebop the movie at North Park Theater and such. So more than likely you're gonna see people there are dressed up or
Hell
doing
yeah.
that. Like I can't wait. That's one of my joints. I don't watch too much anime with that one. That's one of
Yeah,
my joints
Cowboy
right there.
Bebop's hot, man. Yeah, my wife put me on to that.
Yeah.
We wound up she put me on because she had gotten tickets to the drive-in when they were showing that movie at that same theater. So,
Ooh, come on.
yeah,
That's a
listeners,
bunch.
man, support your independent theaters. Look it up. A Google search is your best friend. Look it up,
Put
support
your
them because they
friend
need our
where?
support.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, man. But before we get into our main topic, by the way, I did a
Yes.
horrible job of introducing it. Today, y'all, we're gonna be reviewing the 80s cinematic classic Roadhouse featuring the great Patrick Swayze. So before we get into that, Ari, we got to talk about the wrestler who brought us to that review. Because
Yeah,
once again, at
surely.
Four Corners Cinema, it doesn't matter if it's a movie, TV show, any form of media. If it's a pro wrestler in it, we're going to review it. So we got to talk about my guy, my man's Terry Funk. Great wrestler, Hall of Fame, recently departed. So rest in peace to him and
Rest in
rest
peace.
in power to his
Mm,
memory and his legacy and all of that good stuff. But terrific career spanning from his days of NWA, his great feud in Memphis with the great Jerry Lawler,
yeah.
going all the way to Japan when he and his brother Dory were there at all Japan Pro cooking, being big baby faces. And of course, the modern wrestling fan, a lot of us would recognize him from his days of ECW, being
Yeah.
the timeless legend. Who's that old man in that wrestling ring? Man, that's Terry Funk, and he's getting the
Him
shit
and
off.
Foley going psycho in the ring, yo.
Exactly, exactly. And speaking of him and him and Cactus Jack, they
Yeah.
had a terrific match. IWA, King of the Death Match,
Oh yes, yeah.
classic match, one of the YouTube classics. If you're a wrestling fan, it's there. Go check it out. But let's talk about Terry, man. What are your thoughts on the legend?
Like you said, for me, it started seeing him ECW, those red, black, and white striped pants,
Mm-hmm.
OG coming out and just as savage as everybody else, brash talking, sounds like any crazy old vet that you'll run into or
Right.
some shit like that. I mean, but his passion for the industry, his history, his family's history, to see how his roots is really deep in this wrestling shit and not just
Mm-hmm.
some old castaway wrestler just happened to be trying to collect a check in ECW. No, it's deeper than
Right.
rap with him. It was a reason why they were happy to bring him over there.
Definitely.
Knowledge and a lot of the stuff, man. Just hearing how he talked about hardcore wrestling, he made it sound like an art. So just to see him, what I'm saying, in that element and in the space I did, it was still just as impactful as it probably was for somebody back then because he still had that same passion for the game. So
Definitely.
seeing later saying what he did with Foley, the tag team fields and such like that, like with Cactus Jack. I mean, it was really dope stuff, man. Like when I think about hardcore wrestling, when I think about like real passionate Southern wrestling,
Mm,
I think about Terry Funk every time.
definitely.
Every time. When I think about Southern wrestling, I think about Terry Funk. He is the epitome and the face of what a wrestler who was coming from the South and that energy they brought with them
Mm,
really represented. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Terry Funk, man.
definitely,
Real
man.
the Funk
Definitely.
Meister.
I always think of Terry as like the perfect pro wrestler because
Mm-hmm.
he was an awesome heel. He was an
Yeah.
asshole. Like if you go back to him feuding with Ric Flair, WCW, perfect heel. Him in Memphis, he was an asshole, but you wanted to see him get beat up.
Yep.
But he was a believable, crazy, like you knew something was slightly off with him. So
Like, yo, he just
it
gonna
was
throw that chair across the room like that?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he was about that. So I mean, and he was a good baby face when they gave him the chance. Like
Mm-hmm.
in Japan, all Japan, he was a baby face. Him and Dory, they were the brawling country white guys coming to Japan and wrecking shit. They were baby
Yeah.
faces and they were
Yeah.
hella over. And when it came to ECW, of course he was the old school hero. He was the legend. So he was a baby
Yes.
face. Had a great feud with Shane Douglas at the beginning of ECW type
Man.
deal. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. He was a legend, man. He was a legend. Did you get a chance to check out that exploding uh match, that
Yeah.
exploding ring match that I sent you?
Yeah, I got pieces of it. So when I
Okay.
was watching it, dog, watching it with the homie and such, it is like I'm trying to like really see the differences of how like where really Kenny Omega and them went wrong.
And
And
yeah.
it's a lot of places, bro. But the match itself was amazing. Like I said, it was that's like the other part of wrestling that you can really just sit back and not try to be super focused on, oh, this move and this sequence and stuff. Now you really just
Storytelling.
gotta sit back. Yeah, you just sit back and watching the show, bro. That's one of them type of matches you just gotta sit back and let the artist paint.
Mm-hmm.
Just let them paint the picture and you'll be satisfied at the end. You don't gotta know what it is. Just sit back and watch, bro. And that was one of those
Mm-hmm.
matches. So I always gotta appreciate gimmick matches like that they take it to a next level, pushing the boundaries, moving the ceiling higher. And Terry Funk was always a guy. Like I talk about looking at this shit as an art and not just maiming yourself.
Right,
Like,
right.
no, this dude is really taking shit to another level. So when the next person comes in, they be like, damn, I seen that match. You know what I'm saying? Now I know I have to go up another level for these fans because after they
Right.
seen that, that's going to be implanted in their mind forever, as it is to this
Mm-hmm.
day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those Funk matches are still implanted in our minds to this day, just because of the extra effort he put in, character wise,
Mm-hmm.
selling wise, anything when it came to these type of matches. So yeah, shout out to that fucking. I might have to watch it
And
again.
yeah,
You know?
that match in particular, man, it was
Yeah,
so many stories going on in that. And it's really a shame thinking about I saw the vision. That's my
yeah,
thing about AEW's Moxley Omega match. I saw the vision and I enjoyed that match all throughout. Even
yeah.
them trying to tell the story, especially toward the end with my guy
Oh,
was
Kingston.
Kingston coming out. That's storytelling, but the execution of the effects just went there. It is what it is. It's a shame that that match is remembered for that failure of a effect versus what they were trying to get off, which was
Yeah,
it was a good quality storytelling, at least
yeah.
attempt at it. But
Take cover! Take cover! Get him over! No! Kingston! Oh my! Oh my God! Kingston covering John Moxley.
Kingston protecting Moxley. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
shout out to them. Hopefully they try to run it back one time. They just
Just one
gotta
more time.
spend some more money on some effects. That's
And
all.
just take it. You might have to take it out of the arena if you really. Well, no,
Oh
not take
yeah,
it out of the arena. They had theirs in the arena, but their shit was outside. So that would probably better maybe if it was outside.
man, it's
Oh,
gotta
it was at
be.
Daly's place, right? Never mind. So that
Yeah,
was at
Daly's
Daly's
place
place.
is so close. I mean, it's too close. Like it's
Oh,
dangerous to have an explosion. Like if you compare what they did in FMW with Funk and Onita, like the nearest fan was probably what, like 20 feet away from that ring. Like it wasn't
okay.
like
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Dailies
yeah.
is
It
way
was
too
pretty spaced
close.
out. Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
yeah. So from a logistics, they couldn't get that off, but hopefully they try that again in some form or fashion. But shout
Yeah.
out to Oneka, one of my favorite wrestlers. I know Moxley's a fan because he uses Wild Thing. That was Onita's theme for the longest. But shout out to him anyway. But look,
Oh, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah. That's the reason. Like I think Omega and Moxley are definitely Onita fans because you saw so many shades or inspirations throughout that match from that man. So
Yeah,
shout
nah.
out.
Onita's definitely gangster.
If
Definitely gangster.
if you talking about a pro wrestler who is slightly off,
Yeah,
that's my man.
he's
That's the,
he would have went crazy in the states during the '90s, bro.
Mhm.
Like that mid late '90s, he would have went stupid. I'm surprised he didn't have any like short stints. I mean, you know how you come over to ECW, while
Yeah.
out for a little bit, you know what I'm saying, go to maybe have a WCW or something like that. But nah, that dude definitely was different. But that's what I like about finding different wrestlers like that over in the eastern side of us, you know what I'm saying, the states or
Hmm.
the country and such, because dog, it seems like just culturally you would think only the American wrestlers are like, you know what I'm saying, this crazy when it comes to wrestling
Oh
and
nah.
such. Man, they got some
Yeah.
guys over
They
there that will have you, bro.
yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, for
But not,
sure. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, look us up on socials at Suplex Dinner Club. And be sure to check out our other projects. We talk college football on Dogs versus All Y'all. That's a weekly college football podcast where we don't just talk about the Georgia Bulldogs, we talk about all things college football. the Life and Times Pod, which is short for the Life and Times of a Restaurant Lifer podcast, where I have some chill conversations with some cool and interesting people that I've met in my years in the hospitality industry. And of course, check out Talk 'em in the Building. That's a pro wrestling podcast where we solely focus on the promo. We talk about the talkers, we hype the hype man, and we pontificate on the promo. It's a fun project, and if you're a pro wrestling fan, I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. If you're into TV and movie reviews, check out Four Corners Cinema with Ari and Adrian, a podcast where two lifelong pro wrestling fans review film and other forms of media that just so happen to have some of our favorite pro wrestlers. The Suplex Dinner Club family is growing, and I would love for you to be a part of it. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. This is the main event. This is what we're here to talk about. The classic
Roadhouse.
Exactly. All right, from 1989. 1989. This is a classic. We got a couple shout outs of some prolific actors in this one. Of course, we got to start off with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
This is during I was talking to Lois about this, man. This was during peak Patrick Swayze is him stage of Hollywood. Because
Yeah.
he was considered the sexiest man of America and all of that. You got Ghost coming on after this, which blew him up even more.
Yeah, I was trying to see what came out right before. I mean, it was
Dirty Dancing, like you got some classics and some hits from that man around that time. What other movies do you see from Patrick Swayze?
I got
stood
you.
out to you?
I just wanted to see that little 80s pocket right there, because that's, like I said, that's really where he was in a whole nother bag. Oh, you got your typical war movie, you got your Western next to kin. So it wasn't the ones, like you said, that took him to that next level yet, but this was, I believe this was the start.
Oh, Point Break.
This was the start. Oh,
yeah,
Point Break.
This is definitely the Patrick Swayze pocket right now.
Yes,
because
Point
you're talking
fucking
Dirty Dancing, Roadhouse, Ghost, which was the
Mhm.
one, and
That was the
Point
one for
Break.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. So, of course,
Oh,
we
The
got
Outsiders. I forgot he was in that too.
exactly, and that was
Yep.
like an '80s all-star movie right there.
Yeah, I
So,
fucking love that movie.
who
Yeah,
else we got? We got Sam Elliott,
yeah,
the classic Sam Elliott for a quick second in there.
dude. Sam Elliott's cool as fuck, yo. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
that dude is cool as shit.
He
Like,
was
just
hella
look at
cool in
him
this
to this
movie.
day. Right, just look how he looks right now.
Right,
Like, this
right.
dude looks fucking amazing.
That's a guy
Like,
you
look
want to
at
have a
that
beer with.
mustache.
Right.
That's a stash for your ass, bro. Hide your bitches, bro. Look at this man. This is
Shout out to the legend.
real shit, man.
Yeah,
You gotta have a fucking, like, just confidence about yourself to keep them handlebar mustache over the years like that, bro. Shout out Sam Elliott.
Definitely. But I mean, this was a success. They wound up in the box office getting 61.6 million, which was big time around that time.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those 80s classics that a lot of us, if you haven't seen it, and I highly encourage you, obviously watch it because we're talking about it, but it's one of those movies that just really encapsulates 80s action slash a little drama slash a little sex appeal. You got some nudity in it, of course. It's the 80s. They were always finding a way to get some cheeks on there.
Yo, this is really right at the end of it too. So it's like it's just hiding. This is 89, so right after 88, Crackden is already siphoned into the city. You know what I'm saying? Cities like coke is crazy. It's just so much wildness that America is a wild, wild west right now. And I feel like this film really depicts just like the snapshot, at least where like, rural white America was, mentally. And this, like I said, the 80s, dog, this movie is just so 80s, bro. Definitely. It's so 80s. You could have put this out in any year and it would have probably made sense to me or anybody that wasn't from the 80s. So this just looks pure personified definition.
Sex,
Even to the
drugs, rock and
gold.
roll.
Yep.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll.
And
That's
credit
what this is.
cards. And
Facts.
credit cards, bro. That man made sure he was like, yeah, I got some gold for you too. I was like, oh, yo, flex on him, bro. Pull out that new gold card.
Some good old fashioned capitalism to fuel
Come on,
everything.
son.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
But I mean, I'm gonna give you all a good plot rundown, and then we're gonna give our thoughts on some of these characters and what really stood out to us. All right, so here's the plot to Roadhouse, 1989 classic film. The Double Deuce is the meanest, loudest, and rowdiest bar south of the Mason-Dixie line. Side note, the Double Deuce is one of the nastiest club names.
Yo, I was about to say that. The Double Deuce. Like, clearly it's a shithole.
Right.
Like, tell me it's a shithole without telling me it's a shithole. Yo, yeah, just shite or poo. Way. Make it sound a little fancy.
Dalton, who's Patrick Swayze, has been hired to clean it up. He might not look like much, but the PhD educated bouncer, which is crazy, proves he's more than capable. Busting the heads of troublemakers and turning the Roadhouse into a jumping hotspot. But Dalton's romance with the gorgeous Dr. Clay puts him on the bad side of a cutthroat local big shot, Brad Wesley. So that's the plot.
Such
of
evil man's name, Brad Wesley.
Yes. So hey man, I want to talk about let's talk about the Double Deuce, man. What was your vibe when you first saw it? What was your vibe on the first scene showing the Double Deuce?
Dog, when they pulled up to this motherfucker, and I'm not making sure this is the club he ended up going to work at. So first pulling up, all you see is Terry just flinging a nigga right out the shit. Now mind you,
in there,
bruh, I've seen old shit of Terry Funk. Yes, bro, seeing Terry Funk looking that swole and like that, with the yuck, I'm like, yo, who is that Terry Funk, bro? And I'm like, yo, he really looked like he really fucking niggas up on this set, bro. And just seeing that, like, little John, like, nah, so I could really see in real life, Terry Funk was just, he was just living out his teenage years, his 20s in this scenes and shit like that, bro. So when I seen the whole setting, I'm like, yeah, I can see Terry Funk in a vibe like this. I can see this. He could thrive in this. But the whole dog, nasty, disgusting, bruh. The people, oh my gosh, like,
it was a white trash haven, bro. It was a white
literally. Oh my god, bro. I know I would have probably fought 3 times in that shit just out of the disgust. Somebody didn't probably have to call me nigga. Like, why y'all acting like this?
Right.
They was bugged out in that bar, bro. It wasn't even felt like it was violent. It was just rude. Yeah.
You got chicks standing on the tables. The waitresses are serving the fiends in the bathroom. Like, yo.
She was like, not here. I'm like, oh, y'all bugging.
Right. As soon as you say something, you getting punched in your face, like that kind of action. To the point where the band is protected by a cage.
I thought that
throwing bottles at them.
That was the funniest shit, bro. Like, them niggas really was behind a whole cage. Like, I thought they were forced to perform or some shit. Like, yo, who got y'all hostage and why are y'all doing this? But came to find out that's an actual band. I didn't know that it was an actual band.
And he's actually, the lead singer was actually blind. He was real. For real. Yeah.
And when I seen, I was like, oh, okay, we actually about to go here. So when they throwing stuff at him, I'm like,
this man does not know.
I'm thinking like his composure was just so good. Right. Like he just, I'm here. This music won't stop me, man. You guys won't stop me. Lo and behold, he can't see none of this shit. I was literally like floor, jaw, connection. I was just like, nah.
Ugly,
but
man.
Definitely a very random twist to start the movie off with a blind band leader. But hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Ray Charles, Blind Boys of Alabama, this guy can walk too. You know what I'm saying? Let him go. Let him do his thing.
For real.
Yeah, Double Deuce, definitely a double piece of shit.
Definitely. But when they bring on Dalton, and of course this is kind of like Bar Rescue, just with if John Taffert could do kung fu or some shit. But
Yeah.
Dalton's like, yo, I'm not taking over this unless you give me the whole operation, including the bar, which the bartenders were stealing everything.
Oh my gosh. I
You
even
know,
peep. I'm would have been fucked up because I ain't even peeping at first. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, yo, that nigga, he was tight. But yeah, man, continue
yeah.
where you was going.
Like, nah, I was gonna say like Dalton walked in, and after a day, just a night of watching everyone observing, next day start firing off people. Yo, you're not here. Terry was the first one to catch the bullet. Like, yo,
Yo,
you ain't it. You got to get up out of here, my man.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of felt bad for Terry. I thought Terry was gonna be a part of the crew. I was like, damn, fight that nigga. What did he do? I thought he was the only security guard there doing his job.
Yeah.
Like everybody else is kind of standing around scared as shit. This nigga said, "Fuck y'all, nigga,
Right.
nigga, fuck out of here." Nigga, throwing niggas around on tables. These other fucking security guards pussy as shit.
Right.
How you gonna fire the one nigga that's getting active? I felt Terry on the low. So
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah,
Nah, he said Terry's vibe was off. He fired him, and he fired a couple of them. He fired my drug dealing waitress. He
yeah,
fired
she might fire the plug.
yeah, right. The person bringing everyone in this shithole.
Acts like yo.
But he cleared house and started getting things right, getting them all together or whatnot, and that was pretty cool. But one unique thing about Dalton, and they even said it in the plot, he's PhD educated. What do you think about the idea, Ari, or the believability of this 5'9", 160-pound white guy being the baddest ass ever, but also he's the most educated person ever? Also, like, what are your
This is
thoughts
what
on James Dalton?
they be pissing me with this type of shit, bro. Cause it's like, all right, we watch MMA. It's possible. Like I was watching a guy last night, 5'6", about 160, something like that. A dog. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, when it comes to the education part, all of that, not saying that you gotta be dumb to fight, but I just want to know, where do you get a PhD in in club security? I just don't know where what school you get that for, or who is about to pay tuition to become a security guard. I just want to know where and how and why, because
My man's the most unique, most interesting man ever, bro.
he literally is, bro. Like I was literally in awe of that. But hey, Patrick Swayze, you got it. 80's, you got it. They know how to make you just a dude seem like the coolest, most interesting dude that you have ever met, because he just got all of these random ass achievements and shit like that, and all the girls love him, all the dudes want to be him. Like, oh nah, man, this dude Dalton is just too
got a little
cool for school.
Got a little shaky pass. We don't really know,
right?
So it's era mystery. Like this dude got all the pluses for the host.
Yeah, I got cut in the early training. Take him out. Like, he's gonna still be polite to niggas after they get gangster with you. Like, why can't everybody be like Dalton? They wrote this nigga dinner too perfect.
Exactly.
Like, this nigga was an American hero, bruh.
Man, but on
this is why white people be attached to these songs, these movies.
Man, but on the other end, the main villain being Brad Wesley, he's one of the funniest villains I've ever seen in these kind of 80s films, because he's rich and he knows he's rich. He's just flexing on everyone and bullying literally every person in that community. My man's was a menace, bro.
Like, who hurt you, dog? Like, one of these niggas had to whoop your ass, beat you up in high school, take your girl, something. Because the fucking vengeance he has on this town, literally should be documented, bro. Like, where's the fucking National Guard? Like, this is crazy.
Now, you knew he was an asshole from the jump when he flew in with his private helicopter over the farm with the horses. Got my hillbilly guy just going crazy, like, God damn it, he keeps doing this.
Yo,
My
for
horse
real,
is
like I'm trying to
wilding
keep my
out.
motherfuckers here.
Right.
Yo, facts, I get it, my boy. He was stressed, yo. The fact that he did that was so disrespectful. So disrespectful. Just put the shit, nah, man. That dude, that's real fuck nigga work, man.
For
But
real.
like you said, he set it up so amazingly to be an amazing villain. Like to start it off just like that that's like I said, good writing. I gotta commend him for that. That was good writing, good way to, like you said, to build what's his name? Patrick Swayze's character as a super nice dude. And like I said, you just enter, bam, demon time. This they instantly know how to make you hate a person. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And it's like, I guess with the 80s is having that common man versus. Sorry, my camera just got
Oh, it's all
mad.
good. I see.
I just dipped to the left real quick, like. But yeah, I'll put it up here just to get the shit. Try to put up focus. But yeah, there you go. Come on, baby. Well, let's say yes. The whole conundrum between like the working class man of the 80s and the capitalistic Wall Street guy of the 80s and such is just seeing those two worlds. The capitalistic men of the 80s and such like that, and seeing how you'll have the common man always getting fucked over by these guys. And that's what like the main gist of this movie, in a sense of like the ideologies of everybody and plot and everything, felt like that because boy, he was flexing heavy, man.
He was.
Like I didn't know certain people was even connected with this dude, but it's just showing how his power reached different spaces throughout this little town and such. You know what I mean? So I say, what was that gentleman's name again who played the villain? I seen him before.
Ben Gazzara. Ben Gazzara.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm focused, man.
I want to say what? Oh, he was in the Big Lebowski.
That's where I remember him from, bro. I know I recognize that. His face just seems so familiar, bro. Like it looks so familiar. Let me see this. Yeah, Ben Graza. Damn, he's been around for a minute.
Oh yeah.
OG.
Touchdown long ago. Yeah, touchdown
long ago. Dude, boy was on Columbo.
Hey, Columbo used to be lit. Yeah.
It was. Nah, that's my boy. My grandma used to love that nigga, bruh. Oh yeah. Oh, Capone. See, that was the joint I remember seeing. I used to love these type, Turner classic movie shits. Summer of Sam. Okay, he was in a little joint.
Some of them ones, yeah, for sure.
It's a movie called The Sicilian Connection. Might have to watch that. But okay.
But so let's get back to it, man. Another person we gotta highlight is definitely, we talked about him earlier. Let's talk about the character of Wade Garrett, who was portrayed by Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott held it down. He seemed like he was the OG bouncer for Dalton, like his sensei, essentially. What were your thoughts on his character?
So I like how they established him kind of like is in our minds in the earlier scenes when the owner of the club came through to Dalton that he wanted him to come through work for me. Like, yeah, Sam's your guy, and you're like, no, Sam's too old. Whoop-de-whoop, but Sam still is your guy, And when I thought about it, I always thought he was just saying it just because he just didn't want to take the job. So he was just like, yo, just go work with whoever else. But when you see this dude, you understand why he said, nah, yeah, he's still the guy. Yeah. Doesn't matter about his age. Nah, he's still cool. He's still calm, collected, and he can still whoop some ass. So I loved how they introduced him, just a soft introduction where it's like, we're just going to say his name. But when we bring him in, you're going to be like, oh, like type shit like that. You're going to remember now. Okay, so yeah, I like how they kind of like alley-oop Sam Elliott. When he entered the screen, bro, you cannot not fuck with this dude. Right. You know what I'm saying? He was pretty much thinking how most of us was probably thinking, like, fuck this dude. I should probably just whoop this dude's ass and like just in this whole shit. Like, you want me to just fuck him up? You know, it's like, yeah, nah, Sam Elliott was cool as shit, man. Wade, I want to keep calling him Wade Garrett, but I'm thinking of fucking football. But nah, man, his name is Wade Garrett.
Wade Garrett, yeah. Wade Garrett, yeah.
I'm thinking that was, no, what was the Cowboys coach name?
Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. All right. But nah, yeah. So yeah,
Speaking
great
of Jason Garrett, both of them went out bad.
Very.
Like Wade went out bad, man.
He went out very bad.
I was just like, come on, man. Why y'all gotta
Jerry Jones sitting there watching this movie like,
right. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm
do this to this nigga career. We're gonna shoot a narrative like this.
They stab my man and leave a note in between the knife and your body. Like, if that's not the most sick demon time,
like, yo, like this is a small town, bro. Like, all right, give it, yes, small towns also lynch niggas. So, I mean, I've seen sadistic shit. So, matter of fact, I'm not going to take this away from these motherfuckers. They can get crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, the way they introduced him, like I said, Patrick, Dalton was getting his ass whooped by the niggas that fired him and shit.
Oh, he was getting work. They were putting work on my man back there.
Yo, Terry couldn't wait. He couldn't wait for this moment, bro.
Back there. All he tried to do is accept the alcohol. He just tried to accept today's order.
Like, hey, man, just go on break. Like, yo, he was sounding too cool, like shit wasn't about to go down. These niggas looking at him like, this nigga, right? He's still in control. Like, yo, get this nigga, right? Beat, fuck this nigga, son.
They were making his ass back there, man.
Enter the nigga Wade came through, just like. Look at you getting whatever he said, pretty much like, yo, look at you getting your ass kicked type shit. Just gotta be that friend. Right. Like, damn, kick me while I'm down, why don't you? But come through, whoop some ass, saves Dalton, man, and he puts him on to what's going on and shit. It's like, yo, pretty much like, why ain't been called a homie type shit, you know? But it is what it is. I liked how he came through. He wasn't overbearing, overdone. Like, yo, this is your operation. I'm just here to. I just got your back, bruh. I just got your back. There's some weird shit going on I walked into. I'm just here to hold you down, man.
For sure. Did you get the vibes once he met Dalton's old lady down there? Mm-hmm. Did you get the vibes that Wade was like down to try to make a play on that also?
Because you gotta put me on. Okay. Niggas up north ain't that friendly with they niggas girl. So I understand. I was wondering, like, is that like how niggas just like Southern hospitality type shit? Like, cause bro, yeah.
Let any of y'all try to slide up on Lois Mitchum like that.
Yo,
it's hands on sight.
That man
boys afterwards, but it's definitely gonna be hands. Yeah.
That man was wildin', bro. Like, the joke was cool for a little bit until he started kind of like the dancing. I'm like, hold on, bro. Like,
you trying to
whispering in her ear and shit? Like, oh, what the fuck? Like, telling her a bunch of sweet somethings because he's like, he dogging me right now. What the fuck? Anything he's saying's a lie. Yo, nah. You always say some shit like that when a nigga's like, fake joking or some shit. I feel like this nigga low key was like, he was dirty macking. He was dirty macking.
He was. That was definitely.
He was dirty macking. Sam Elliott, Wade Garrett, I might have to put you in the dirty mac. You know what I'm saying? You might be all pro dirty macker. You might not make the Hall of Fame, but you might be all pro because that was slick. And this means drop your bitch off right here. I don't even want her. She ain't look like she even trying to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was definitely on one with that. All right, let's move on to. I definitely had to talk about this because obviously we're pro wrestling fans. Mm-hmm. We have an appreciation for Uncle Dave and his 5-star rating system. So I wanted to ask you, what's your Meltzer star rating for Dalton's special move, his finisher, the ultimate finisher? That was teased throughout the movie, and we finally got the payoff toward the end. What was your Meltzer rating for Dalton's throat snatch?
Oh, God, Jesus Christ. I just gotta really think of how I want to talk. Once again, bro, this movie is so 80s, bro.
Super 80s.
So it's just like, the whole build up from the whole like, you know, the past, like, you know, Wade coming through, finally letting us know what this nigga's past was.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yo, you know, you can't run from your past, man. Like type shit. Like, oh my God, bro. Shit like this once again, so 80s. I'm gonna keep just reiterating that because we just gotta really understand that we will never get films like this again, y'all.
No.
We'll never get films like this again. So just appreciate this time capsule of craziness. But yeah, dog, he's explaining them. I think it was at the restaurant and such that, you know what I'm saying, just going through about what happened, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I said, I kind of hear him talk about, you know what I'm saying, the throat snatch and shit, but like it ain't really registering to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for kicks and punches and some, you know, whoop-de-whoop. When I first seen that nigga do that shit, bruh, yo, I didn't know what movie I was watching anymore, bro.
It was OD, man.
I thought I was watching some Silence of the Lambs or some shit, bro. Like, yo, you in the club, dog. In the club. If motherfuckers be worried about a nigga getting shot in the club, worry about a nigga's esophagus being on the floor and you slipping on it. Like, are you shitting me right now, bro? That is no. Like, yo, I'm firing you too. Like, what? Get out of you lucky.
Yeah.
Bro, the man was just drunk. Nigga just had a couple weeks over his tab. You ripped his throat out. Like,
it was like that.
God, like yo, that is insane, dog. And Meltzer levels of, I'm at a couple categories, some PWI type shit, bruh. In the realm of just like savagery, 5 stars. Like that, man. I ain't never seen no nigga in the club do no shit like that, bro.
Imagine the story coming back to your family that your throat got snatched out by a PhD in sociology.
By a doctor. You be like, yo, Dr. Huxtable took your throat out, dog. Like, what? What? Like, yo, that is crazy, bruh. Like, so that just shows me. I need to know what college you went to. What type of are y'all learning?
Right.
What type of classes that? Yeah. So once you put the 2 fingers here,
just twist a little, and then it just comes on out. Yeah.
Y'all anatomy classes was different, bro.
Super crazy. But fast forward all the way toward the end, the ultimate ending of this film, you got Dalton going to go ahead and take care of business. Get my man's completely up out of there, Ben. So Ben has his whole squad. He got probably about 10 to 12 goons protecting him. Dalton dismantles all of them. But
easy work.
Fam, note that Terry Funk was killed off screen. So I kind of think Terry kind of stepped in, was like, yo, man, this 5'6" dude ain't about to put me down. Y'all,
I got a reputation to go home with.
Yeah, you're gonna have to use your imagination as to what happened to me.
For real, so I'm not about to go to Texas. They say some nigga like this fuck me up.
Facts. So you just see Terry Funk laying down with his gun a couple inches away from him. Like, at least I went down with the fight.
Right, my man died on his shield like a gangster. Like, stop playing with my nigga. Terry Funk really was one of my favorite dudes. Like, he was on 10 ever since he got. Not ever since he got fired. I think he really thought he had a chance in this new run of the club or whatever. And nigga just came through and fired. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, nigga, I just wonder why you was just standing there and shit. Like, nigga, did you eat? I don't know you. So you just standing here scoping the club out? And you gonna fire me? Like, yo, nah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm Team Patrick. I'm Team Terry Funk, bro. My boy, no bias, bro. No bias. I feel like Patrick Swayze low-key was looking like, all right, I probably can't take that nigga, so I'm gonna fire him first.
Go ahead and get him up out of
Get him up out of the rest of these pussy ass niggas I can probably take. I can control these niggas. You see, he kept a lot. Them niggas were pussy as hell, bro. So pussy, bro. When the girl was on the table, dude was like, can you just get that? Like, man, if you don't tell this, yo, nah, dog. Patrick knew he was doing. Terry would have had these niggas in lines. He just probably had other ventures that he was trying to, you know what I'm saying, expand into. You got the drug, you got the bar thing doing their thing. You got, you know what I'm saying, Shorty selling the work over here.
Right.
Like
right.
my man's trying to build an enterprise in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Whole bunch of
Niggas ain't
things
trying to listen
happening
to
right now.
Yeah, y'all want to listen to this weak ass band? Fuck this band, nigga. We trying to get to a bag in this shit. Like, fuck what y'all talking about? Trying to get better bands in this shit. We can only afford these niggas. Like,
Facts.
the
Yo,
Patrick
did
kid
you
will fuck
peep
shit
out?
up.
You peep out Keith David in that toward the second?
No.
Yeah. The classic black actor Keith David. He was the bartender. He was the lead bartender when they were
changed
fixed up.
them.
Yeah.
They did. Yes. Positivity. Yeah. I was happy he brought my boy. I wish he had more lines. I wish he had way more lines. He'd have been a really great character. His cousin, hey man, you're not gonna be doing that in my bar now.
Right.
You know he got that fast ass talking.
Right.
Hey man,
That's
my
uncle
boy,
talk.
man.
He sound like every uncle put together.
Yo, for real, son.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I might have to perfect that, my Keith David impersonation. Then he gonna find a way to impersonate me some weird way. Like, and he gonna be like, "Oh, okay," and nigga gonna start sounding like me next.
How people talk right now, huh?
Yo, like nigga, you know I do this for a living, right? Like, yo, shout out my boy Keith David, bro. Real talk, real black culture legend right there, man.
No doubt. But before we go ahead and close it up, because we
real
definitely
quick,
want
I want to give some the sex scene.
Okay.
I just wanted to think about this. How from when he got cut to he got to this hospital to getting in these cheeks and finding out this was dude. How long was this? I felt like this all was in the span of like days, yo. I don't think he really even courted Shorty crazy enough to get in the pussy. Like, I don't think he really did that much to really get her going like how she was going. I don't even think the doctor really felt like that important of a character in the movie. I felt like they just needed a joint for him to like have some sex with, to have a sexy scene. She didn't feel important at all to this film.
She was cheeks, man. She was cheeks.
Just cheeks, bro. When I'm sitting back, I'm like, yo, he fucking her already? Where's a montage of them running through a park or picnic? Nothing?
No phone conversation.
Nothing?
No date.
He just rizzed her at the joint and just got like, that's it? Oh man, I see why he love this town. I see why he love this shit, bro.
Like I said before, man, this was peak Patrick Swayze is him. An error in cinematic, you know?
Yeah, that was crazy. When I see she was fucking with the old dude too, I was like, damn, son, you just kind of doctor his job, man. You out here getting to it. Like, oh, you're a little wild nigga saying, no, let me wait for the
She need that unpacking.
Yeah, I just thought that was such a random sex scene that low key. I mean, it's the 80s, so it's gonna be there, but all it wasn't really needed, dog. I feel like it was just there to like show this lady her little cheeks and shit, show Patrick and get it going and moved on. Well, I guess if you want to get to a later plot, once you find out that she was with dude and not have gives extra for this dude to really fuck this nigga Patrick Swayze life up in the movie and shit. So I get it then. But before that, I felt like he just didn't really do anything to get her. Like she just kind of just already fucking with dude. Like maybe that was just my man Aura back then. He just had to come in and just be like, put them little baby eyes on you and shit, and it was over. It was over.
Just
man.
Just move his hair. Just move his hair to the side.
Yeah, dog. That was about it, man. But trying to think about any other little. See, that was about it though. That was about it for any other scenes that stood out for the film for the most part. But yeah, let's get to the endings.
All right. Well, ultimately, it's the showdown between our hero Dalton, and we got our man's Ben on the other side. He got a couple straps on him. He misses. He shoots Dalton one good time, but he gets his gun kicked out basically, and it comes down to him having his last shot. But then who steps in to save the day? It's the people. The people save the day. So what were your thoughts when everybody got a shot off on my guy? Everybody.
that was hilarious because when the first dude got the shot, you like, okay, word, nigga saved it. Then the second shot came, you like,
Right.
okay, all right, word. You guys want to really get this guy? He just, you know what I'm saying? They was both here. They was both here.
Right.
Both here. All right. Then it felt like it's like, all right, is this a firing squad at this point? Not all right. What's going on here? This city is very violent. Like
the community have spoken.
this is definitely a firing squad moment. I feel like they've probably done this before. Like
they were a little too comfortable with that.
Like, yeah, like everybody just know to bring their gun tonight. Like, like oh no, that nigga, I've been waiting for this.
But the sick part about it is when the cops came, was like, "Yo, what happened?" He was like, "Yo, I didn't see anything. Did you see what happened?" Nah, I didn't see anything. Did you see what happened? Like,
yo, stop snitching. Stop snitching. The stop snitching movement was way before 2003, 2004, y'all. The stop snitching movement was way before, y'all. You just don't live in a small community. That's what the people don't understand. When you live in small, poor communities, the police is not your friend. They don't help the situations. They are helping the people that are more than likely fucking you over. You know what I'm saying? So when we keep shit on the hush hush and we handle our own problems, don't be surprised. Like, don't be surprised. So yeah, shout out to them, just letting people know. Well, I ain't telling people to stop stitching, you know what I'm saying? Because that camera on Bill O'Reilly shit still for that nigga said, like, I'm just gonna move. Like, hey, what'd you do? If a serial killer lived next to you? Yeah, I'm just gonna move. Like, what? Like, I mean, he kind of right, but I mean, I ain't about to let that get this nigga, son. But anyways, dog, like I said, before we give it, I forgot about Ben's his hired goon, the martial arts nigga.
We gotta highlight him for a little
bit.
Yeah.
He was putting niggas out, yo. This was his like little chess piece to come through, like, bam, nigga. That was some Spades move where he came up with this dude. Oh, you got it. Oh, you think you can whoop ass? You think you gonna whoop my ass? I can't fight, but I got somebody that can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Come holler at my guy. Nah, he was whooping everybody's ass, bro. He was whooping. I'm sorry for not having his name, but god damn, he was whooping everybody's ass.
Yeah, I forgot what his name was. I don't remember him having a name. I wouldn't call him martial arts dude.
But he was whooping. I mean, he was the one ultimately who got his throat snatched out.
Yes,
at the final stages of the film or whatever. But yeah, before that, he was fucking everybody up.
He brought the dude. He was like, "Yeah, I got some." You know what I'm saying? Whoop-de-whoop brought him in. He was like, it's Patrick Swayze. He had his man. He's like, "Yo, you know, go fight him. You know, go test this nigga." You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, he whooped Patrick Swayze little niggas' asses, bro. Oh my god, dog! I was like, "Oh, this man might have some problems on his hand now." Oh shit, Jesus, hold on now. But nah, man,
interesting.
It definitely made it a little more interesting because I'm like, who's gonna whoop Dalton's ass? There's literally nobody. Only person that was at least in the movie on his level was Wade, but he's out of here now, or not out of here. I think he was still alive when it happened initially, but nah. At that, when they finally showed him, he got it busy. Yeah, nah, that dude he definitely was a demon. He definitely was a demon. He looks like Ralph. I wouldn't say his last name right.
Macchio?
Macchio, yep. I was about to say.
Oh.
He looks like
kind of looked like his older brother.
Like if he actually like had his real age showing during those times, like not looking 10 years old every time. That nigga jeans is crazy. But yeah, he looks like him if he actually aged. But nah, that was a dope. That dude was dope. He had some really good moves and shit. It was cool. Yeah. They made it seem like, yo, my man Dalton had a real struggle now.
For sure. And a true adversary.
Yes. You know? The showdown, though. Yes. The showdown got crazy. Like I said, I like the like I said, niggas found their esophagus on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, Niggas found they, you know what I'm saying? They found they dialogue on the
Get
ground,
left in a
bro.
lake.
Yo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they did do that nigga dirty. Yo, that's when niggas really started looking at Patrick Swayze like,
Okay,
is this still an action movie? Like,
right,
the shit just turned into goddamn Friday the 13th? Like, what
right,
the fuck, yo?
right.
Like,
It's getting spooky.
got real
Shit's
spooky, bruh.
Right,
I don't even know if I should be cheering for this nigga anymore. He literally just
right,
committed murder and stashed the body. Like,
right.
fuck. Like,
In
I
the
ain't trying to sound like no
community's water
pussy or
source.
nothing, but
Got my man
Jesus,
floating
these
around.
niggas is grim.
Yeah, man.
They don't play no games. They making Chicago look like goddamn Denmark right now.
Hey, man, outside. But man, what were your final thoughts on Roadhouse as a film? Because I got a couple.
I mean, for me, I've always just loved as a kid watching 80s movies and shit like that. So it always gave me like a certain like break from reality type feel with it, because it was always kind of like so exaggerated, but they were like, this movie was hitting on different topics that were kind of being touched on during the 80s and such. Like I said, greed and versus the common man, and you know what I'm saying, drugs and all of this stuff in small towns, all of that stuff. And I liked how they, like I said, in a small way, you know what I'm saying, talked about these type of topics and how you as a community can fight back type shit, you know? Because like I said, this is like right after the crack era started, you know, all of these things are going on. So it was a good message in a nutshell, you know? But dog, it's after that scene though, like I said, it had to reel me back in, because the throat snatch and shit, the whole story, I was just like, yo, who is this nigga now? Like, I want to know now. I'm intrigued. He really is the mysterious man. Like,
exactly. You see why he wasn't so proud talking about it, because it's like, yo, I don't need everybody knowing this is what I'm.
Why do you even know how to do this?
Right.
Who taught you this shit in some random underground dungeon type shit? Like, what the fuck, bro?
Facts. Definitely a blood sport move. That should have been the move in blood sport.
Oh, yep. A judo chop would have sufficed, man.
That's a fact. Nah, but Roadhouse, classic film from 1989. Like I said before, this is peak Patrick Swayze. Rest in peace, by the way.
Yes, sir.
It's sex, drugs, rock and roll. You got nudity in it. You got some good music in it, and some comedy. It's some good.
Oh, shout out to the bartender too, who I didn't know could sing during the end of the movie and shit. I thought that was pretty cool. She was cool as shit.
She was a little nerd. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a little vibe. I thought she was cool. Shout out to her, man.
Yeah,
she was a cool vibe of the movie too. No, she did. I would have been annoyed as fuck if she just came up to me talking to me like that too in the bar.
She pull up to my house. Like,
word?
She pulled up to his barn. No, I'm saying like.
I was there.
Randomly brought my man coffee and.
Yeah, like, bro. We even talk about this nigga just moving to a random ass fucking barn.
Yes.
Like, just that's where you gonna you got it, bro. But yes.
But great film,
280
man.
to me.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very great. It has so many reasons why you gotta go back. Good, funny, like just out of whack. Is so many different. I see why. You know what I'm saying? The Family Guy shit, like they make jokes about movies like that, but it's because it has impact. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once he hit that Roadhouse kick, like, that's the funny part about it. You'd have thought that would have been like the killing finisher move. Like he hit a nigga and broke his neck or something, like with a roundhouse kick. You know what I'm saying? No, that nigga literally ripped the nigga throat out. That still is just literally mind-boggling to me. Like this, yo, I'm sorry, man. He is out here snatching throats.
I meant to say before we get out of this one, you know what wrestler was supposed to be in the remake of that film, supposedly?
I know they got the new one coming out with Jake Gyllenhaal, but nah, I'm not sure.
Before that, it was supposed to be Ronda Rousey. Before that, it was Ronda Rousey. They were in development.
Yo, I feel like I just looked like Weebay. I just had the Weebay.
They were throwing it around saying that they were gonna have Ronda Rousey in the place of Dalton.
I
So
do kind of
I just
remember that
wonder how
now.
that was supposed to shake out. But like you said, yes, Jake Gyllenhaal is supposed to be Dalton in this new one. So
Dog.
I
He
wonder how that's gonna shake.
he might wild the fuck out, yo. You know he a little twisted up there when
Yeah,
it comes to the
facts.
acting role.
Facts.
So a nigga like him, I can
He
see
may
him
actually
ripping a
learn
nigga
that.
throat out.
Yeah, he may actually go learn that.
Yeah, yo, I can't wait. Jake Gyllenhaal is one of my favorite actors. If you've seen Southpaw,
Mm-hmm.
he bodied that film, yo. So I feel like this is gonna have a lot of MMA aspects to it. So I'm interested to see where they go with it. This is one of the few remakes I'm really interested in.
Actually
You know,
into. Okay. I
yeah,
feel that.
because the
Yeah.
guy they have in it, he don't play. He don't play
Mhm.
about his roles, man. So, and it's an action film. You can't really action these days have been pretty good. So I'm interested to see. I think it might be coming out this year. I think it's a
Is it?
2024.
Oh
It
shit!
might.
I
I
didn't know
might
that.
be. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I know for sure that they definitely have what's it called? Oh, I gotta
Yeah,
fix
it's
my
saying
thing.
2024. Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Initial release March 21st. Oh shit! Conor McGregor's gonna be in this.
Oh shit. I need a new trailer, yo. They got to give us a
Okay.
new trailer.
Okay, I'm with this.
That's
I'm
gonna
with
be
this.
crazy.
Let the people know, Ari, what is gonna be the next film that we review?
Iron Claw. We can do that. Want to do that next?
Okay, I'm with that.
Yeah,
I'm with
yeah.
that.
Let's do Iron Claw. I know. Give us a reason to go check out the film and such. You know,
Facts.
and given we just talking about Terry Funk, the 80s, and all of that such, might as well go keep it. You know what
Stick
I'm
in
saying?
that pocket.
70s, 80s. Go Iron Claw. Let's go fuck with them boys over there. Shout out to Jeremy Allen White. I think it's Jeremy Allen White just got an Emmy and such too. You know what I'm saying, for the Bears. So shout out to him.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So that'd be a cool film to do. That was the one I was thinking. I know it was in the top of my fucking brain, bro.
I got you. All right, so listeners, if you haven't already checked out the Iron Claw, check it out. This time next month, we're gonna do a review, talk about the film, its actors, and of course some of the wrestlers. There are some active wrestlers in it.
Yeah,
Maxwell Jacob Freeman. So
Chavo Guerrero helped a lot, with this film also. Like a lot of wrestlers are in the hands of this joint. So yeah, can't wait for that one, man.
I'm with that. I'm with that. All right, so before we get out of here, man, all right, let the people know where can they find you, man. More of your thoughts and opinions.
Yes, sir, man. You can come find me at Ari Starks on all social media, man. That is ARRISTARKS. Follow me on all social media, man. Yes, man. Come chat with me, man. Also follow Get Your Bars Off Podcast, Get Your Bars Off Network, where you can find me. You can also find Adrian over there at Pushing Narratives. You can find me at Get Your Bars Off Podcast with my brother Loso, both on both shows over there. You know what I'm saying? Also shout out to All Marks Pod, family over there, Adrian, Bradley, and such. You already know, man. You know the Pod family. You already know. Find me here at Suplex Dinner Club, man. Four Corner Cinema.
Yes, sir. Links down below to all of those, just so y'all know. And
Yes.
of course, look us up, Suplex Dinner Club. If you're checking us out on YouTube, thank you. Be sure to leave a like, comment down below. Have you seen Roadhouse? And was the throat snatch the most vicious move that you've seen in a movie quite some time? Let us know down below. Yeah, man. So great episode, Ari. Thank you again, bro. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy some playoff football and all that stuff.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy. I know it's Bills and I got a Patriots jersey on, but hey, you already know what time it is, man. It's still hometown. I want to see these dudes beat the Chiefs. Finally have some real good success. This is their final boss moment right here.
Gotta beat the boogeyman.
Gotta beat the boogeyman, yo. So it's gonna be a good Sunday. I'm gonna go order me some pizza. It's lit, man. Pizza wings Sunday. Four Corner Cinema, baby. There was another one, man. Let's get it.
All right, y'all. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next month, and we're out. Peace.